Hi, I'm Dan from the Gladiators. Today I'm talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. This was a comic book released as a 5-issue miniseries that came out sometime in 2021 to 2022. So it's a more recent comic. And it's written by the original creator who hadn't really done anything for Ninja Turtles in a while, Eastman. And it says Peter Laird, but I'm not sure exactly how well he did it, and I don't know how to pronounce that name correctly. So The Last Ronin basically follows a lone Ninja Turtle set years in the future, and we follow a lone Ninja Turtle. We don't exactly know which one it is at first. He tends to have all the weapons of all the other brothers, Leonardo's katanas, Michelangelo's nunchucks, Donatello's bow staff, and Raphael's sais. He carries all the weapons, and the thing is, he also carries all the bandanas and Splinter's handbook in a bag of his. This story follows this lone Ninja Turtle, and at the end of chapter 1, we find out which Ninja Turtle it is and who was the final one that survived, making him a Ronin because he's a ninja without a master, making him Ronin. The story is actually a lot darker than most Ninja Turtles media I've ever seen. As most people know, Ninja Turtles is kind of like a kid show, or at least it was in the 80s, right? But this one has actually a bit of a darker theme. Like, there's actual blood shown in this one. Like, normally, like, they've always shown them fight robots and stuff like that. And while there are robot fights here, there's actual fights against actual living ninjas, so to say. Like, there's actually people getting stabbed, there's actual blood. There's actually a scene that shows a full decapitation. So, yeah, there's some of that. They also curse a little bit too. Not like the F word or anything like that, but more like, damn or bastard. They kind of say stuff like that. So it's said throughout, but not too much that it seems excessive, right? But it kind of gives it a bit of a, more mature feeling, kind of like, I would say like PG-13 kind of Ninja Turtles or something like that. I don't know. I kind of like it though because it gives that darker feeling. I'm not going to say which Ninja Turtle it is that survived, because that was a big part of the first chapter to find out who it was. But he's definitely not a teenager anymore. He's definitely like years old because this is like years in the future. But we get into the mind of the Ninja Turtle. He sometimes talks to himself, and sometimes talks to false visions of his brothers, and ends up arguing with himself. And it kind of shows the thing is that he's definitely had like a traumatic break from the death of his family. We also get to see what happened in flashbacks to the rest of the cast. We figured out how each Ninja Turtle died, along with Splinter and a few other characters. Alright. Also, we get to see returning of a few other characters from the old series, such as the Fugitoid, Stockman. Alright. And we also get to figure out what happened to April O'Neil, Casey Jones, what happened to all of them. Some are alive, some are dead. If you're a big fan, and one thing I like about this is that it's a whole thing set in the future. So what we know of Ninja Turtles, what we normally see, it kind of keeps it very vague. So it like because Kevin Eastman wrote this in a way that and this is a quote from him, is that he wanted to feel like it could be the future of any Ninja Turtles media. As you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has had movies, TV shows, comic books, and so on. So this one makes it feel like it could fit in pretty much any universe. Although there are some continuity issues, like Karai is mentioned to be the Shredder's daughter, yet in some continuity she's not even his daughter at all. And there are a few things like if there's a mention of Krang or Stockman or stuff like that, where in some continuities they didn't exist. But the fact that it's written like that means like it can feel like it's set in any universe. Also, the Ronin may carry around the weapons of his brothers. We actually do get to see them used. There are people getting stabbed, as I mentioned. It does have violence. Uh, but what I kind of like about it is that he not only uses every weapon to its advantage, like we get to see him use every weapon in his arsenal, but he also has two new ones. He has shurikens are in kunai, which he uses throwing weapons, but he also has these other things that are called tafanas. That's actually how they're called, tafanas. It's like these stick things that you use here and bash people with that. It's kind of cool, actually. If you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles and you've been looking for something that's a little bit, and you're not too far with things being a little darker than what you're used to, I would definitely recommend checking this out. You can buy the individual issues. There's only 5 of them. But I recommend the hardcover collection. All right. Plus, this also has an introduction by Robert Rodriguez, which, in case you know, he's a movie director. One of my favorite, actually. All right. Uh, yeah. Basically, if you're a fan of Ninja Turtles, I definitely recommend reading this. It's good. It's dark, and it's great to see Kevin Eastman back again writing for Ninja Turtles. Until next time, keep reading.